a formidable public servant and a divisive legacy. Dick Cheney, one of the most influential and controversial figures in modern U.S. politics, died on November 3, 2025, at the age of 84. His death, attributed to complications from pneumonia and cardiovascular disease, marked the end of a long career defined by power, policy, and polarization. Dick Cheney was born January 30, 1941, in Lincoln, Nebraska. Cheney's political rise took him through several major positions. First, he served as White House Chief of Staff under Gerald Ford at age 34, making him one of the youngest to hold that role. Second, he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives from Wyoming and later appointed Secretary of Defense under George H.W. Bush, playing a role in the Gulf War. Third, in 2000, he became Vice President under George W. Bush, a role in which he redefined the office's power and influence. Cheney's tenure as Vice President, 2001 to 2009, is perhaps most remembered for his role in the aftermath of the September 11th attacks and the subsequent U.S. wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. First, he became a key architect of U.S. national security policy, pushing for expansive executive powers, clandestine surveillance, and aggressive foreign military action. Second, his administration defended and used enhanced interrogation and detentions without trial, which critics described as a dangerous expansion of executive authority. Third, supporters argued that he strengthened U.S. security at a critical moment. Opponents argued his policies eroded civil liberties and dragged the U.S. into long, costly conflicts. The debate continues. Cheney's personal health was marked by a long history of cardiovascular issues, multiple heart attacks, and a 2012 heart transplant. He was married to Lynn Chaney since 1964 and is survived by his daughters. Reaction to his death was mixed, reflecting his complex legacy. Former President Bush called Cheney a decent, honorable man and among the finest public servants of his generation. Others condemned his role in the invasion of Iraq and the expansion of executive power, with some calling him the Darth Vader of the administration. Flags at the White House were lowered to half-staff in his honor, though the current administration under Donald Trump did not issue a full statement, reflecting internal party tensions. Two key themes help explain Cheney's significance. 1. Shift in vice presidential power. Cheney transformed the vice presidency from a largely ceremonial role into one of central influence in policymaking, particularly in security and foreign affairs. 2. Contemporary conservatism's shape. His belief in strong executive power, free market economics, and aggressive foreign policy helped define a generation of conservative politics, while also provoking sharp backlash. Final thoughts. Dick Cheney's death invites reflection on a career that profoundly shaped U.S. policy and politics in the early 21st century. Whether regarded as a defender of America or a symbol of excess power, his influence will be felt for years to come.